5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning into The Source, WOCA. It is time for Veterans News. Hank Whittier is not in the studio. Gary Pascale sitting in the captain's seat. Good morning, Gary.
Well, good morning, Larry. Good morning, veterans, and happy belated Veterans Day. You know, yesterday we celebrated Veterans Day. We got in the studio with us Don Williams from Vets Helping Vets, and esteemed attorney and veteran, Mr. Rick Hurley, who's got a lot of good information for you on benefits and stuff, which we're going to get to shortly. But unfortunately, we do have casualties. So we want to start with the law enforcement casualties we have. We have police officer Bryce Haynes from the San Bernardino Police Department. His end of watch was Thursday, November 5th of this year. He was killed when his patrol car was struck by a juvenile drunk driver. We have police officer Neil Ellis of the Richmond Police Department in Richmond, Kentucky. His end of watch was November 6th. He died 2 days after being shot while attempting to apprehend a robbery suspect. We have Chief of Police Darrell L. Allen of the Marlin Police Department in Marlin, Texas. His end of watch was Tuesday, November the 10th. The chief succumbed to a gunshot wound sustained 10 days earlier while struggling with a subject inside a nightclub. As far as the military goes, you know, we've been reporting lately. I guess you've all noticed a lot of the missing are coming home, and we thank God for that with the technology they have now. So, you know, we want to pay tribute to Army Air Force. Long time since we used that branch of service. Army Air Force First Lieutenant William O. Pyle of Circleville, Ohio, was brought home, and he was buried November 10th at the Arlington National Cemetery. Now, just want to let you know that of the 16 million Americans who served in World War II, more than 400,000 died, and there's still 73,000 unaccounted for. That's a large number, but we thank God for each one they account for, and we get closure to those families. And also, we want to pass along, kind of on a sad note, that Navy Chief, a mariner from Post 27 of the American Legion at age 99, a local vet here, he passed away. And, you know, our thoughts and prayers, of course, are with all these families. And, you know, we pray for the day when we don't have to report any casualties for the fire department, the law enforcement, or the military. Can we do Amazing Grace?
Yes, sir.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Well, we want to thank the fine folks at WOCA Radio who make this all possible to be with you every week here. And we want to thank the wonderful people at Bob Wine's Camellia Garden and Nursery. You know, when it comes to your landscaping needs, Bob Wines has anything you need, okay? If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Everything from small plants to large trees, mulch, fertilizer, and much more. Bob Wines will deliver. They'll plant your trees and they'll guarantee them. Bob Wines Camellia Garden and Nursery has been keeping things blooming in Ocala since 1952, and that's a long time. They're located at 2610 Southeast 38th Street in beautiful Ocala. And when you go in to get your plant or tree, make sure you tell them you heard about them on WOCA, mention you're a veteran, and you get a 10% discount. And we also want to thank the fine folks at the Ocala Ford dealers. And when we say Ocala Ford, we don't just mean Ocala. They're the Ford dealers that serve Gainesville, Leesburg, the Villages, and Bellevue. The main office is located at 2016 North Pine. They have a great dealership there on all the locations. They have new cars. They have used cars. You can get your cars serviced and repaired there and get parts if you need them hard-to-find parts. And they also, if you're not interested in buying, they have great deals on leasing. So see your Ford dealers soon. Now, we do got a couple announcements. Do we have time before the commercial, Larry? Okay. All right, just a couple announcements before we do the commercial and we bring on Mr. Hurley. This Saturday, the 14th, okay, at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion, the anti-bullying campaign goes on, and Patriotic Promotions, LLC, is presenting in the Amateur Boxing Championship. This is Saturday again, November 14th at the Livestock Pavilion, 6 p.m. Now, any kid you bring that's willing to take the anti-bullying pledge gets in free. I've seen the card. They got a lot of good matches there. You know, if you're interested in boxing, and even if you're not, you know, it's great for the kids to come and take that anti-bullying pledge. I also want to mention very quickly, I talked about it last week, but on December 4th at 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Weber Center, there's a dinner being put on with semi-formal wear by Miss Jinky Diaz, and if you need tickets, they're $55. If you contact us at Vets Helping Vets at 352-433-2320 for more information. We'd love to have you join us and support us in that endeavor. And last but not least, what I'm saying, you can read in the Star Banner today if you get a copy, but you can see right on the front page that Hank's vision of a veteran center is now a reality. Okay, we want to thank Stan McLean, Kathy Bryant, George Albright, and the entire Board of County Commissioners, along with everybody that's worked to get this done. It's going to be in the bowling alley. It's a reality now, and we would love you to come and support us on this, and when we're open, it's just going to be a great thing for veterans because they can do everything in one place. And again, we thank all these folks for that. Be sure and read it. Hank's going to be on, and you can bet we'll be talking more about this. And we're all excited, and we're looking forward to it.
Very
Great
good
to hear.
Very good.
That's awesome.
Looks like our Salvation Army lady's out there. She just wanted to announce that she's here.
Okay. They're going to do their kettle kickoff, I think, on Saturday. I'll see if I can catch her real quick during the commercial break.
All right. Let's take that break that we do right now, and when we come back, we'll have more from Veterans News. This is The Source, WOCA. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Today, areas of low clouds and fog giving way to sunshine. A very warm day, high 84 to 88. And tonight will be mainly clear, lows ranging from about 60 and into the mid and upper 60s at the coast. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, highs ranging from the upper 70s to the mid 80s. And on Saturday, sunshine and some clouds, highs in the 70s to near 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey Ocala, this week we celebrate Veterans Day, and Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens proudly salutes all the veterans with a big 10% discount. So get on over to Bob Wine's and grab up your share of the savings on garden bargains like these. Gorgeous drift roses, number 2 size, regularly $12.99, but you get them for $10 each when you buy 3 or more. A fabulous collection of budded and blooming camellias, some of Bob Wine's signature specimens, and there are heirloom varieties marked down from $19.99 to just $14.99. $29.99. And don't forget azaleas, dwarf, ever-blooming, and other varieties. You get 6 of these for just $29.99. Big Tree BOGO, too. Buy one, get one for half price. Don't forget, 10% off for veterans this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, daily till 4, Saturdays till 2. This is a nursery like no other.
Join us downtown for a truly wonderful Ocala tradition, the 32nd annual Light Up Ocala, on Saturday, November 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. The highlight of the evening will be the lighting of downtown Ocala and the 42-foot Christmas tree at 6:30. There'll be live entertainment, crafts, food, children's activities, and of course, a visit by Santa. And you can stop by the WOCA booth and register for your chance to win a brand new big screen LED TV. So come, be a part of the 32nd annual Light Up Ocala.
Are you ready for a picnic? We'll save the date Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Silver Spring State Park. It's a family picnic for the re-election of Chris Blair as Marion County Sheriff. Tickets on sale now. $20 for a single, $30 for a couple, $50 for the entire family. If you'd like to purchase tickets, visit blair4sheriff.com. Live entertainment, great food, lots of children's activities. The family picnic for the re-election of Chris Blair. Saturday 11 to 4 at Silver Spring State Park.
Political advertisement paid for and approved by Chris Blair, Republican for Sheriff of Marion County.
The Harvest Fest Music and Food Truck Festival is coming to Ocala's Tuscaloosa Park on Saturday, November 14th. The Feel Downtown live event is free with a donation of a canned good or non-perishable food item featuring 8 live bands with headliner Blackberry Smoke, all-day music, 10 food trucks, and a craft beer garden. Donated food will be distributed by Project Hope for local families in need. Go online to feeldowntownlive.com for more information about Harvest Fest.
17 minutes after 9 o'clock, let's return to Veterans News. Gary?
I'm going to go turn things over to Mr. Hurley because, he's got a lot of good information on veterans that need benefits or have claims.
Good morning. Thank you for that introduction before, but I have to make the record clear. I'm not a veteran, but my law partner, David Corey, is retired lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. Also served in the JAG office during his service. So there's a whole bunch of things to talk about, but one of the things I want to remind the folks is that although Veterans Day is over, let's not forget that every day we can still help a vet. If you see them having dinner, buy their dinner, give them a hug, show some appreciation. We don't just have to do it on November the 11th. We can do it every day of the year, and sometimes I think we forget that. Certainly the people down at the VA at Bay Pines forget that. Yesterday, I was listening to an interview with Bob McDonald, who's the head of the VA, and he was throwing around statistics like the VA like to do to justify how well they're doing. And one of the things he did say was that, and I quote, I want to hear from veterans. Well, right now I want to give you Bob McDonald's cell phone number, which he has previously told people you can call. And that number is 513-509-8454. Again, 513-509-8454. And you should call that number, and a staffer will call you back. Bob himself won't call you back, but someone from his office will. And I think it's important that veterans and their families flood his office and let them know what their concerns are. One of the things I want to focus on today is there was an employee down at Bay Pines. His name is Javier Soto, and he was a whistleblower at Bay Pines, and he was terminated from his employment as a result of his actions as a whistleblower. He has testified before Congress. He did that last summer of 2014. And he is still, according to the reporter who I spoke to who wrote the article, he is still fighting for his job despite the fact that various congressmen from the area in the Hillsborough County, St. Pete, Pinellas County, Ocala, have promised to help get his job back. He's still fighting for his job. So this is a man who, and I quote, he stated when he testified Various system changes seem to shift the burden to the veteran to prove the claim or hide claim processing times, which may violate certain goals of the duty to assist. This is what he wrote in his testimony to the Congressional Committee. While quality control methods are touted nationally as the measure of overall claims processing quality, local internal employee quality reviews show high error rates locally and disagreements on what is quality error and how to evaluate evidence. In order to move cases faster, it seems the focus is on less time for veterans to submit evidence or for VA to obtain it, to close the record fast, with the observation that there may be an increase in denial of claims at my former office as a result. In addition to Mr. Soto losing his job, there was another whistleblower recently who was also put on administrative leave because she had the audacity to offer her supervisors a better system of handling claims. And recently I spoke to someone who still works there, and I asked him to give me a comment because I was on the radio yesterday, and this person told me he didn't want to because every day he fears for his job. And I can tell you this person is a tremendous asset to veterans at Bay Pines. He works very hard, and I know in working with him, we've had some great results for veterans.
How big of an area does Bay Pines cover as far as processing these claims?
Bay Pines is the regional area for the state of Florida.
So they do the whole state?
They do the whole state.
It must be why I hear so much bad things about Bay Pines.
Right.
They have a VA hospital down there too, is that correct?
That is correct, yeah. Bay Pines, and there's up in Gainesville, there's one there as well. And, I was talking to someone not too long ago, and the difference between the medical side and the compensation side, because most of the news has been about the medical side. The situation out in Phoenix a couple of years ago, that was the medical side. And when I, Google different issues regarding the VA, it usually focuses on the medical side and the care that the veteran is receiving. According to Bob McDonald, they are making inroads into that, and it's improving. I think you have to look at it on a case-by-case basis, whether or not it really is improving or not. Again, I think you can throw statistics around to make them fit your particular news story, your article, your benefit. But the compensation side is the side we don't really hear much about. And that's as important to veterans as anything, because they want their disability compensation. They want to get their monthly check. And if they're being rated at 10% and they deserve to be at 50% or 100%, we're talking about a couple of thousands of dollars per month, which for someone who is homeless could basically get him off the street, out of the woods in Citrus County, and in a nice little rental, and live like a decent human being. So those are the kind of issues. So, when you see the medical side, you'll have a guy, for instance, who's getting treated for PTSD, whose treating doctor on the medical side confirms he's got a diagnosis for PTSD. He can't work. Now he goes for his C&P exam because he has a claim pending for PTSD, and they deny him, or they give him 10%. As an attorney, what I usually do is I hire my own psychiatrist to come in and give a report, and we always rebut the examiner on the compensation side, and we win the case. Now, again, this takes a year, 2, 3 years to do.
Wow.
However, as I've tried to propose to certain congressmen around the area, why should I, as the attorney, have to hire a psychiatrist outside the VA to help that veteran when on the medical side, there's a treating doctor who says that veteran has PTSD.
Right.
Why can't the medical doctor on the compensation side say, okay, that's good enough for me? If they did that, we wouldn't have to have lawyers helping veterans. We wouldn't have the mess we have.
That's right.
Wasn't the VA set up to be advocates for veterans?
Set up? Well, actually, it's set up to assist the veteran. The VA is supposed, their guideline, their policy is to assist the veteran. Number one, above everything else, I'll have a situation where a veteran gets 70% PTSD. Okay, so it means he's unemployable and unsociable. Unemployable. Why wouldn't the VA at that point tell the veteran, well, we're going to make an application for you for unemployability, individual unemployability, to get you up to 100%? They don't do that. The veteran turns around, walks away, and goes, I got 70%. That's terrific. Well, the VA doesn't want to get them to 100% because from 70% to 100% is about $1,700 or so, in that ballpark. That's a lot of money for them. Well, it's a lot of money for the veteran. It's not a lot of money for the VA. I take that back. So why shouldn't they should do that under their duty to assist, but they don't. So as an attorney, I then take the case. I have to make the application. I have to make all the arguments why he's now entitled to individual unemployability. You have already said that he's unemployable. He can't work. Why don't you then go the extra step? They don't do that. Those simple things. One of the things that Mr. Soto said in his testimony to Congress was the system is designed, this is where the advocacy that you just brought up, the system currently is designed, and the people that run Bay Pines and all the other regional centers, it is designed to wear down the veteran, force the veteran to have to take the appeals. Soto says the VA doesn't mind if you ultimately get your money, but they're going to make you work for it. And that's a shame.
So they're not an advocacy, as Gary was asking.
Right.
Yeah, now on the post-traumatic stress syndrome, if a person is unemployable at the present time and they receive disability, does the VA continue treatment and do they have programs, to get this person where he can be employed, and get back into mainstream, so to speak, or?
Yeah, I mean, there are PTS treating counselors, and you can do rehab. Yeah, I mean, they will do the best they can. But what my experience with the veterans is that they get tired. They keep going to Bay Pines, and they go down there, and they don't feel like they're getting anywhere. And it's frustrating for them. Even on their claims, it's just frustrating. It's what Mr. Soto said. These men and women just get frustrated by, the process, and they give up. I meet veterans every day who tell me, I just got fed up. I gave up.
We have about a minute and a half left. I think the listeners would be well served if you could give out contact information.
Sure. My phone number is 727-612-1515, and the law firm of Corey and Hurley handles cases throughout Florida and nationwide. And my name again is Richard Hurley, and my phone number is 727-612-1515. You can also go to our website at Corey, that's C-O-R-Y, and Hurley, H-U-R-L-E-Y, lawgroup.com. Our website, which my partner David Corey has put together, is terrific. So if you have any questions, any information you need about the VA, go there and find a link to whatever you need.
Good information. We'll make sure we put that on Facebook as well.
And a good man to have in your corner, a good firm. And, if you didn't catch his number, we keep plenty of his cards in our office at Vets Helping Vets. He's our favorite attorney, and we love him and we appreciate what he does for veterans. I guess we're about out of time, aren't we,
Yes,
Larry?
sir. If you want to take us out.
Yeah, well, we'll go out as we usually do. God bless America.
To the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu, an officer in Baltimore hospitalized after